Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Uncle Matt here. Saturday night, March the 1st, 2025. Ended up being home for the night. No Jesta here. Obviously, as I mentioned in last night's preview for tonight's Nashville SC match, he's in North Carolina. So had the house to myself and thought, you know what? If I'm not going out to watch the match anywhere, let's do a live stream, a live watch along, because we got two events going on at the exact same time that I want to watch. We've got Nashville SC about to take on Red Bull New York Red Bulls, whatever you call them, all the way up in New Jersey. And WWE, why did I say so many W's right there? WWE Elimination Chamber is also on right now. I haven't talked wrestling here on the channel in quite a while. It's been a while since we brought the Graps to the channel. So I thought, hey, both are going on at the same time. Let's watch both. Let's jump along. Let's comment. Let's see what's going on. Live instant reactions to these exciting, crazy moments that are about to happen in these games. And as is tradition with MLS, 6:30 kickoff time means nothing at 6:38, and we're watching iPhone commercials right now. But we are wrapping into the women's elimination chamber match on WWE show. This has been going on for a bit. They started a little bit ahead of the MLS games. Obviously, there's some games earlier today, but the Nashville SC game hasn't started yet. This started, I believe, about 30, 40 minutes ago. Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan fighting on top of a chamber cell right now. Epic, exciting stuff going on in the world of WWE, and hopefully there's some epic, exciting stuff coming up for Nashville SC tonight. It's gonna be very interesting to see what all goes down with the boys in gold and the kings of the energy drinks up north. We're gonna have The Rock tonight. We're gonna have Cody Rhodes tonight. We're gonna have a men's elimination chamber. Unsanctioned Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. A lot to look forward to on this show tonight. Nashville SC, New York Red Bulls getting ready to kick off now. Only, 9 minutes after the scheduled kickoff time. Before we get too deep into this, I got to take care of some business. Just to those who care. It is National Peanut Butter Day. Saturday, March 1st, 2025, as I mentioned earlier. I've got some Peanut Delight Creamy Peanut Butter, courtesy of Aldi. Shout out Aldi. Why would you go anywhere but Aldi? Quality is just as good. Price is even better. Don't hate on Aldi. I'm going to tell you a little backstory here. I was not the peanut butter kid growing up. I didn't eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I was a Lunchables kid for my lunches at school. Liked peanut butter just fine, but I've never just been like die-hard peanut butter sandwich guy, die-hard put peanut butter on snack stuff guy. It was never part of my wheelhouse. I've always liked it. Don't necessarily dislike it. It's just one of those things where it's like there's stuff I liked better, so it was never a big component of what I did with my time there. So shout out peanut butter for National Peanut Butter Day. Here we go. Bone Apple Teas. I actually texted Jessica. She's out of town. I was like, can I feed peanut butter to the cats? Because I was interested in maybe seeing if I could find a funny way to have the cats eat peanut butter for Catter Day, which is a vlog I put out earlier today. Only 1 minute long. Go ahead and watch it. But she turned that into telling me to feed the dogs peanut butter. And I was like, the dogs aren't cats. Catter Day is about cats. This makes no sense. She gets very confused. She gets lost in the sauce sometimes. She's out of town, so that's also kind of like, probably causing some problems for her. But a little bit of peanut butter on ye old spoon. I hope this National Peanut Butter Day treats you as well as it is treating me at this very moment in time. Nashville SC, New York Red Bulls. Now, see on the logo up there on the graphic, it's RBNY, which to me is still Red Bull New York, but everything I look at for this matchup, the pre-match, is New York Red Bulls. It's very confusing. I don't understand it, but I'm going to call them Red Bull New York. I'm going to call them New York Red Bulls. I might even call them Leipzig at some point down for all I know. Happy Peanut Butter Day. May not have been the best thing to indulge in while I'm doing a live stream and trying to talk along and offer commentary, but we have to celebrate the holidays. We've been doing this all year long. We're going to continue to do it throughout the rest of the year. So happy National Peanut Butter Day to you and yours. Obviously, if you're not watching either of these events live, there's going to be spoilers. I'm going to react to what's happening live in the moment here. For example, Liv Morgan just pinned Roxanne Perez to eliminate her from the Elimination Chamber match for the ladies. I believe we are now down to not Liv Morgan. That was Alexa Bliss who made that pin. But I think we got Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, and Bianca Belair as the final three in the women's chamber match. I would probably put my money on Bianca Belair. She's pretty big women's star for them. She's been out of the main title picture for a while. They just took the tag titles off her, so it would make sense to take those belts off her to clear her to go back into the main title scene. On the soccer front, Nashville SC rolling out the same lineup from last match, no changes. Patrick Yazbek back into the squad after missing last match through injury, but he's on the bench, not the starting lineup. So we're going with the youth in midfield again with Matthew Cochran and Will Meyer. I believe Red Bull New York also has several players out injured as well. The most significant one, I think it was a late notice I was seeing in the 615 Soccer Discord channel. Everybody's kind of flipping out that Lewis Morgan, they're kind of 9.5, 10 off the ball kind of shadow striker player who was going to play off a Moting is out injured. So interesting. That opens up some things for Nashville SC. Hopefully we can get some stuff going. Corner kick early for the boys in gold, or today they're the boys in blue wearing that beautiful. Everybody loves it. It's just a glorious Heart of Nashville secondary kit. I will say it does look better on them than it looks like it's a jersey you would buy for yourself. And that's, one of the things that's kind of lost in the mix is the jersey is meant to be something the players wear in the field. So when I'm looking at it as something I might buy and wear myself, sometimes I forget that. And it looks pretty good for them on the field, but not one I'm going to be picking up. Honey with the delivery, top of the box. Oh, comes out for Eddie Nair with the hit. Deflected goalkeeper takes it for New York Red Bull, and they are going to be on the break here. Time to track back. Time to get back, boys in blue. And Liv Morgan is now eliminated. It's Alexa Bliss versus Bianca Belair for a trip. No, wait a minute. Liv Morgan, they look too similar. Alexa Bliss eliminated by Liv Morgan. We are on to the final two. Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, trip to WrestleMania on the line. Going through the lineups now for New York. Forsberg. Moting. Chopa Moting. A lot of possession for New York early on. Not a lot on the ball for Nashville. We did have that one nice little break early where we got the corner kick, but this kind of looks a little different. We're not seeing the possession heavy or the lack of possession, more pressing version of New York Red Bull. They're keeping the ball pretty well. We're kind of sitting back, waiting to see if we can make something happen. I mean, we are playing the 4-2-2, which forever was the New York Red Bulls lineup. So are we seeing a changing of the guard? Are we seeing a Freaky Friday type situation where we're going to take on the personality previously occupied by Red Bull New York, whatever you want to call them, Metro Red Stars. Metro Red Stars, that's not even a thing. New York Metro Stars. There we go. Do 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 dee 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 dee. That's just not doing what I want it to do. Hubby. Here we go. I got it now. There we go. Now we are displaying the score on the bottom of the screen for anybody who, for whatever reason, would not be watching along and not know what's going on. So fixed it. Technology, future advancement here. I just now realized I haven't even tweeted out that we're live, so don't know if that would help anything, but we're going to do it. Oh, big save from Joe Willis. And the rebound put in by Sofo for RB New York. Oh boy. Horrendous start for the boys in blue. That's about what you would have expected. Poting shot hits the post. Sofo follows it in to tap in. Ooh, Nashville SC's defense all out of sorts right there. Everybody's scrambling around looking like lunatics. Actually, wasn't a save by Joe Willis that hit the post. I thought it looked like he got the save on the initial one. Walker's diving in. Oh, the composure, the settled thing that we had last week is not there to start this match. That is bad. Oh, and Bianca Belair just won the Elimination Chamber. Congrats to Bianca Belair. Good for her. Oof. Bianca Belair wins Elimination Chamber, and Red Bull New York get a goal like within like seconds of each other. So the action just picked up. This is what you tune in for, the craziness. Barf. Oh boy. Mm-mm-mm. Well, what did I say? I think I predicted this game was going to be 2-0. So we're halfway to my prediction. So I guess that's a positive, is that I called things. I saw things the correct way. Look, I don't know that I necessarily wanted to predict that correctly, but here we are. Free kick delivered in for RB New York, out for a corner. They are on the front foot in this matchup as expected. Already up 1-0. Struggling for Nashville SC. Cochran getting a little chat from the referee, like, hey, I know you're a teenager, but you can't foul people. It's probably the conversation there. I doubt it, but corner kick opportunity now for RBNY. Can they double the advantage? Into the mixer, back post, man unmarked. Good header over the top to clear that up. Dan Lovett's come in looking for the foul, but gets a clip to the heels, knocks the ball out of play. It'll be a throw in deep, still in Nashville SC territory for New York Red Bulls. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. I honestly don't know why in like professional soccer we don't see more like long throw-ins. Like when I coached high school soccer, like we would always try to find a dude who just like had the ability to just like, I mean the field's like way larger for them obviously, but like we'd have dudes be able to like on a rope hit the penalty spot with a throw in, and just we'd run them like corner kicks and like get like 5 or 6 extra goals a season. Nashville SC cleared the lines on that one, but New York is coming right back down. Andy Nahar looking to shut it down. Clears it out. Eddie Taxeth looking to release the pressure. Nashville SC now trying to break forward, trying to find something on the attack. Ooh, and Hani takes a foul right there, so it'll be a free kick for Nashville SC just inside Red Bull New York territory. I step away for something here. You know what sucks about these WWE PLEs or whatever they're calling them now, ever since they've been on Peacock, is they have like 30 minutes between matches. They do a match, and there's like 30 minutes of like backstage stuff or commercials or video packages for future events or whatever. Yeah, I imagine it's like got to be like, I mean, it could be good because you get bathroom breaks, you get popcorn breaks, but I mean, I think it'd be sucked to be at these live and like you see the Elimination Chamber match, and then it's like you're sitting there in the arena and there's like 20, 30 minutes until something else happens. Uh-oh. Red Bull New York breaking down the right side. Dan Levitt's caught in a 1v1. He gets beat. Uh-oh. Clear it out. Moten couldn't get on the end of that cross there. That was dangerous. But I talked about it in my season preview. One of the things I'm concerned about is I don't think Dan Levitt's has the 1v1 skill he once had. If he gets isolated, we're in trouble. And he got isolated right here. Red Bull defender did a good job to get on. Couldn't quite get enough on the shot. Dan Levitt's leaned in on it a little bit, gave him a little bit of pressure just to knock him off balance a little bit. Ugh, we survive to fight another day. Come on, you boys, and go. Very, very different looking New York Red Bulls so far. And it's interesting because after my preview last night where I talked about how all the concern was on their press and them, being able to push on us and sit on top of our two young midfielders and cause turnovers and such like that. Then I listened to a thing from their radio play-by-play guy with the local play-by-play guys kind of preview the match. And they said they've kind of moved away from that. They're a more possession-based team, with Moting now as kind of the target striker. They're kind of, not the old energy drink football they used to be. But nonetheless, on we go. They're definitely having more of the possession in this game than we have up to this point, which is definitely different for New York Red Bulls, who usually want you to keep the ball and want to press and force you into mistakes, although they just pressed us into a mistake up high. Got out of it, though. Walker does a good job to close down Moting and let the ball roll out for a throw-in. Not great so far. Let's get something going. Ooh, Matt Cochran caught in a bad spot there. Just loses a touch out of bounds. Boy. Oh, I should update the banner, shouldn't I? I do like me some Eddie Taxeth. I've everything I'd hoped he'd be. Hasn't scored a goal or like created a goal yet, but it's just his little feistiness, is kind of sitting in on players, getting in on tackles. I'm liking that a lot. Not the best showing for Honey so far. He's been a little off it tonight, it looks like. Sam, I don't know if Sam's even got a touch on the ball yet. This is not what you would have hoped for thus far from Nashville SC. I mean, like I said, kind of expected this was going to be a rough matchup for us, not really a favorable alignment with the tactics and whatnot. We still do not have another match in the ring for WWE. This is like ridiculous. I'm going to clock it. I think the next one we're getting like a random women's tag match. I'm going to clock it. We're going to see from the women's tag match to whatever the next match is, how long we go without a match actually happening. This is insane. I can time it off this. Let me see. When did Red Bull New York score? Let me find the time of the goal. Where's the match timeline? Show me the match timeline. Show me the match timeline. Lineups, commentary. Why is this only updated to 14 minutes? This is terrible. Let me look at ESPN. I was looking at the Nashville SC app, and it's like only updated to like the 14th minute. Well, I guess we're only 18 minutes in, so that's not that far behind. Oh, let's see. Goal in the 7th minute, so we're 11 minutes. So it's been 11 minutes at least since anything happened in the actual ring on WWE Elimination Chamber. It's been all commercials, promos, video packages, and not even all WWE stuff. That was just like a NASCAR commercial for some reason. Now I'm getting an Xfinity commercial. We're going on 11 minutes since anything happened in the WWE ring. Imagine if you were at the arena, you're sitting in your seat watching this show, and you watch the Elimination Chamber, good match, had fun, entertained, very nice. And now you're just sitting there for 11 minutes and nothing's happening because like the video packages are running for people sitting at home. Like I don't even know what they're running in the arena at this point in time. Like I don't think they're showing these commercials in the arena because they have nothing to do with the event. It's all like Celebrity Cruise just ran. All right, now we're getting some action. Nia Jax, hooray, great. Just what we wanted. Nia Jax coming out to the ring. The boy. Nia Jax and Candice LeRae versus Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus. This feels like a drew names out of a hat and just made a random match happen type of match. It is odd. Like I just saw somebody in the Discord channel post something about like, wait, there's a left side of the field, and like obviously Hani's over there, Eddie's over there. He's kind of the new guy. Andy Nahar is definitely giving us more going forward, but like we don't go down the left at all so far this season. Like Alex Moyle, Dan Lovett's just on an island over there getting nothing. Like Alex Moyle has now come all the way to the right. And this is something Ben Wright posted a good video analysis of like the tactics of, and we fouled him when they have nowhere to go. He kind of threw himself to the ground, but you got to know he's going to do that there if you're an attacking player. Great analysis. I felt like our wings, Eddie and Moyle, will come all the way over the field, the opposite side of the field when we're off the ball to help press, to help condense the field and create space for potential overloads from the wing back slipping on the backside. 20 minutes in, 1-0 to the Bulls wearing red. Bleh, bleh, bleh. I think this show's in Toronto. Elimination Chamber's in Toronto, so I guess that's why Trish Stratus is there. They needed some Canadian representation. It was always been kind of funny to me with soccer, maybe because it's my most like actively played sport. But like the players, typically don't physically look that different from like any other soccer player, like of any level. Whereas like you look at somebody like Myles Garrett in NFL football, and you're like, yeah, he's one of one. So sometimes I watch soccer and I'm like, I obviously understand I was never fast. I never had that great of a touch, but I'm like, all the stuff I'm seeing these players do feels like stuff I could do. But I'm guaranteed, like if I was on the field with them, they would be going 100 miles faster than I realize they're going. Just watching them from a distance on TV. Yeah, so that was me in a weird way saying maybe I could play in MLS, but maybe I couldn't. One nice thing about the away days right now for Nashville SC, a game like this, East Coast time, so it kicks off at 6:30. There'll be a whole slate of 7:30 games that I can kind of watch, the second half of when this one's over. And then we'll have some 9:30 kickoffs from the West Coast that I can watch after this. So I get a full night of MLS action, whereas last week, home game, I pretty much just watched Nashville SC. By the time I got home, the rest of the games were over. Watch the Sunday night games. I do love the new thing MLS is doing with Apple with the Sunday night soccer, where it's like a standalone highlighted soccer game each week. I wish they just it's almost kind of like, wait, why didn't you just do this from the get-go? This makes so much sense. And it's also, I think if I heard correctly, the Sunday night soccer is just going to be free on like Apple TV. So it's like a inroad for anybody who just wants to watch some soccer, which makes sense. Like that's the one bad thing about like the Apple deal. It was like last season, other than a handful of random games, it was so much completely behind a paywall that it kind of was limiting growth to a certain degree, I would say. But they're making some steps in the right direction to try and change that. Nashville SC need to change something in this game because we are completely on our heels, completely getting pushed back by the Red Bulls. They haven't quite found another good opportunity like they did on the goal yet, but it can only take so much pressure before something breaks. Sammy trying a little flick on. Just loses his touch. Can't get it through all the way back. Nashville SC retains possession, though. Come on, you boys of gold. The ref looked like he wanted to call a foul for us there and then opted not to. That's kind of a tough decision now with Moting coming down the other way. Oh, big shot there from Choupo-Moting. Just over the top. That was a weird one. Andy Nahar got a little nudge from Forsberg. Ref put the whistle to his mouth. He wanted to call it, and that's. I'm a referee. I can speak to this. You get a quick thought. Maybe I want to call that. You put your whistle to your mouth, then you give it a little more of a look and decide it wasn't quite what you thought it was. But then everybody's seen you put the whistle to the mouth, and like it's worse. Like the coaches, the players, the parents. For me, because I coached a lot of youth and high school stuff. Ref a lot of youth and high school stuff, shouting, you put the whistle to the mouth. You thought there was something there. And it's like, well, no, I was giving it a thought, and then I thought more about it and decided no. So fair play to the referee there. Play goes in the advantage of New York Red Bulls. Come down, get a shot, put it over the top. Nashville SC back in possession now. Be interesting to see what Callahan does here in terms of substitutions because, last week, the game was obviously 0-0. Had a pretty good rhythm, had a pretty good thing going. Didn't really. Oh, Hani's in. Is he offsides? Taps it across. Flag comes up late for offsides. Yeah, it looked like he was pretty far off there. It looked like unless he bent the run perfectly. Let's see, replay here. Hani with the layoff to Nahar. Yeah, he's pretty way off on that one. That was way more conclusive than the one that they rolled offside last week, but the ref held his flag this time for some reason. But yeah, last week, like I was saying, like 0-0, kind of hanging around, having some good rhythm, having some good performances, kind of thinking maybe not needing to make changes as quickly. Now, down 1-0, kind of chasing the game. Do we see Yazbek come in for one of the young midfielders a little bit earlier than maybe originally planned? Do we see Ahmad Kassam come on to add a different dynamic to the attack? Ugh. It's weird. You can fully prepare yourself for these type of matches, these type of results, these type of performances, but it just still always sucks. Like I go into every Manchester United game this season just being like, this is going to suck. I'm going to hate the next 90 minutes of this, but I know even if we win, I'm going to be mad about it. And then it just is somehow even worse than I could ever imagine. My God, Nia Jack's throwing church status around like a rag doll. She's not a young lady. You can't throw her around like that. She's got brittle bones. As a man of a certain age myself, I don't want to be thrown around by a large, strong woman like Nia Jax. Or do I? "30 minutes in, about 15 to go here in the first half for Nashville SC. I don't even know what else is on the card for elimination. I know we got the men's elimination chamber match, Sammy and KO. I think that might be it. That might be all that's on the elimination card chamber tonight. Did Candice LeRae end up in this feud? I don't know how she's a part of this. Goodness me. Oh, what a goal by Emil Forsberg. Holy crap. Nobody closes him down. Left open right on the top of the 18. Absolutely brilliant curling shot. Just nothing Joe Willis could do. Absolute disaster for Nashville SC. 2-0. 2-0 to RBNY. What a goal. Credit to Emil Forsberg. That was quite the strike. I said nobody closed him down. Eddie Nahar was pretty tight to him, but that's the type of player Forsberg is. He just had a nugget, an inch of space, and that's all he needed. He ripped it and put it right in. Yikes. 2-0. As predicted, but much earlier than I thought it would get 2-0. I thought this would be like a tight game, 0-0, and then they squeak out a few late, but they are doing the business right now. RB New York. Calamitous, just everything fell apart for us on the first goal. That one was just absolutely brilliant. All the credit in the world to Emil Forsberg, but originally it looked like he wasn't closed down. Maybe we should have been tighter to him, but then on the replay, it was like he got the tiniest opening, the tiniest bit of space, and absolutely just completely capitalized and took advantage of it. Barf. Oh, yeah. I don't know that enthusiasm we had for the Will Meyer, Matt Cochran midfield pairing last week is going to survive this match. They haven't done anything wrong. I mean, I don't know that you like really shout them out or blame them for either goal, but they are definitely not giving us much today. Like, we are kind of on the left side. It's kind of crazy how we have just nothing on the left side of the field. Like, Dan Lovitz isn't getting on the ball. Sam's on an island over there. Alex Wheel, like, the only time he's touched the ball, he's had to come like all the way to like basically standing next to Eddie on the right side. Like, it's a really not great performance from Nashville SC. Free kick though here. Hani with a good delivery, just squeaks through everybody. Nobody gets a touch to it. Out for a corner though. It looks like a Red Bull player must have got at least a clip on it. Really good delivery from Hani. That was right where you want the ball to drop, but couldn't find anybody from Nashville SC. Looks like it had to have been a Red Bull player that got at least a little touch to put it behind, but not a drinker. Corner kick, Nashville SC. Here we go. I have a little discussion here. Eddie and Hani on top of it, maybe going short, maybe trying to work something from that angle. Jack Maher getting talked to by the referee, as well as the RBNY defender trying to hold him, who's about a foot shorter than Jack Maher. I never understand how people decide how to mark these corners now. Like, you always put your tallest on your tallest. Nobody does anymore. We do go short. Eddie back to Hani. Hani with the delivery back post. High and over, out for a goal kick. Decent little wall work thing between Eddie and Hani to kind of create some kind of shooting opportunity. But I mean, that was like almost an identical shot opportunity to what Forsberg scored on, but Forsberg put it on the money, just perfectly curled back post. Hani puts it to the bleachers. And weirdly, that was the maybe best attack that came from the left, and it was because Hani, Mukhtar, and Eddie Tagseth were on the right, taking the corner, or were on the left to take that corner. Giveaway from Andy Nahar. He's also draw the flowers he got last week is not having the best first half today. Cochran with another giveaway there, but luckily it's just put out for a throw in. No damage done. Tiffany Stratton just pinned Nia Jax out of nowhere to end that match that was probably unnecessary, other than to get Trish Stratus a pop in Canada. Go to the ball. Unfortunately, seeing a lot of sad parallels continuing between Manchester United and Nashville SC, whereas Rasmus Holland, the striker for Manchester United, gets no touches, is rarely ever on the ball, rarely ever gets anything done, but it's a combination of bad runs by him, bad service from the team. Seen a lot of the same things from Sam Surridge. Just I don't know if he's had a touch this half. Like just now, he had a decent ball played into him, and instead of coming to the ball, receiving it, trying to like keep the defender on his back, he tried to let it run, and the defender just stepped in front of him and took it. It's you gotta. Ugh. Oh, all right. Looked like it was a questionable potential foul on Eddie Tagseth, not called, and then Nahar hacks down Edelman from New York for the foul going the other way. Tax F. Let's see here. The replay. Yeah, not much there. I probably wouldn't have called that one. Not really much going the other way either. So I should have known not to do a live stream. I feel like anytime I do live streams, anytime I go to like a watch party, those are like by far like the worst matches. Like it's always rarely ever get to like catch me videotaping, vlogging, live streaming, doing like an exciting like, here we go, Nashville SC to the glory. But also we rarely ever win. Like we're like don't have a great history for being that successful. Even like the first few years, making the playoffs the first like whatever it was 4 or 5 years. Wasn't like we were like some awesome team that was just great. Like the literally like best stretch we ever had was that like 2 or 3 games that got us to the League Cup final. And even that was like 2 penalty shootouts. It wasn't like we were like really like lighting the world on fire. Oh, Sam Surridge, he's on the ball. He's got a touch. There's a touch. Good job. Held up the ball. Good possession. That's what you want from your striker. If there's not an opportunity to go forward and create some attack, just hold the ball up, let the team reset, let the team get in position, and we give it away. Like there's a lot of lacking that chemistry right now. Like we're trying to make quick passes, trying to make like one-touch passes, trying to pass to where we're expecting the teammate to be, and they're not there. So we haven't quite got the, we're not like getting our head up, seeing where the ball should go, where the ball can go, kind of trying to play quickly and try to move things along, but don't have that chemistry, don't have that rhythm, don't have that complete smoothness of like actually being able to properly place those passes. A lot of passes where we think they're a little one-touch flick and there's nobody there but an opposing team player. Well, we've lost the feed on Nashville SC. Get it back up. My PS5 is bad about this. I'm watching through my PS5. My PS5 is bad about like just randomly will briefly drop internet connection. It'll pick it back up pretty quickly. Like right there, I just had to restart it, but it's not great for sports viewing. It's fine if you're watching like an episode of like Severance or something like that. You just pick it back up and jump back in. But when you're trying to like watch live sports where you could potentially miss something at any given second, it kind of sucks when like the connection falters or the feed drops. But Andy Mukhtar makes a foul. Decent free kick opportunity coming up for the Bulls. That wasn't much of anything. That was kind of crap, but Emil Forsberg on the ball, probably about 30, 40-ish yards out. What's he going to do here? It's probably too far to shoot, but, drop it right around the 18. See if you can find the head of Moting or one of your bigger center back type players. Oh, it's not. Forsberg dummies it, headed back across. Bell right where you'd want that to fall, but ultimately nobody could get on the end of it for Red Bull. Joe Willis able to claim the ball. Well delivered free kick, well played by them. Hint of potential offsides, but we play on. 3 minutes left in the initial time. We'll see what gets added on here. Can't be too much. Hasn't been any crazy stoppages. Just the one goal. No discipline. No reviews. No major injury stoppages. So imagine we've got about 3 minutes left in standard time. Probably 1 to 2 added on at the most. Here we go. Decent looking attack coming. Sam on the ball. Needs support. Needs some help. Somebody get there for Sammy.
My vision for the future of the WWE is, in a way, it sounds simple, but it is to continue to grow the company.
Good spell of possession here for Nashville SC. Pulling the ball around, trying to probe, trying to find an opening. New York's holding their shape pretty well right now. Come on. All the way worked back to Joe Willis. The referee is having some sort of issue. Looked like he was adjusting something in his belt or pocket or something like that. And Nashville gives it away. Finally, after a good long run of possession, couldn't quite find a way through and ultimately gives it away. Oh, that's dangerous. Danny Lovitz tried to head it back to Joe Willis. I think Joe was a little further away than he thought he was. Almost played it right into the path of Red Bull New York player, but ultimately Joe was able to get there and get it. Into the final minute of the first half. Looks like we're going to go into the locker room 2-0. Red Bull New York, although potentially more. I could see us turn the ball over here in the next 30 seconds and giving them another goal. And on command, Edelman takes it off of Mawil's foot. Good recovery from Eddie Tax has to win it back, though. Hani Mukhtar, Anita Har bringing it down the right side. Can we spring something? Can we find a late chance? And it's worked all the way back to Joe Willis again. All right, Nashville SC bringing it forward. Looking for an opportunity. Red Bull cuts it out. Good challenge by Eddie Tax. Have to keep it alive. Sam holding the ball up. Was he pulled down? A lot of hands in there. Now there's a Red Bull player down like he somehow got fouled. Ultimately ends up in the hands of the Red Bull goalkeeper. We will have 2 additional minutes here, of which we've already played about 20 seconds. So looking like we've got probably only about a minute of action left whenever the restart comes from this action here. A lot happened right there. Looked like Surge was getting pulled down, but then the Red Bull player dropped down like he got fouled, and I don't know. Not getting any replays. I will say one of the worst things about the Apple TV coverage of MLS is they are awful at replays. They never show any, we're staring at the National SC bench for no reason. There's a Red Bull player down acting like he somehow got fouled, and we're getting no replay. He literally has 2 handfuls of Sam Surridge's jersey pulling him to the ground, and he's lying on the ground like he got fouled. Give us another replay. There's nothing else going on. We're just having this dude lay on the ground. Show us more replays. Let's get a better look at it. He's literally bear hugging Sam Surridge from behind, and now he's down injured. 2 hands. This is what he's doing to Sam Surridge, and he's the one on the ground acting like he somehow got fouled. I don't know. I can't hear the volume because I got it turned down so it doesn't get picked up on the YouTube stream. But I mean, Probably not enough to review there because I mean those grabs, those tugs, those grips like that, you rarely ever see them, you know, looked at. It's more the grips, the full on just grabbing the jersey pull downs, but this guy's being helped off the field. How did he even get hurt? He pulled down Sam Surge on top of himself. Like, yeah, I'd limp off too if I got away with that one. Meanwhile, on the WWE front, yeah, I think it's been 30 minutes since anything happened in the ring. Tiffany Stratton pinned Nia Jax yesterday, maybe it feels like at this point in time. It's been so long since anything happened. They did just say next up is Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens in an unsanctioned match, and we went to a Starbucks commercial, and now a BetMGM commercial, and nothing more. Play restarted after about a 3-minute delay from that quote-unquote injury. So we had 2 minutes. 3 minutes ran off while that injury was going on, so we're probably at about 2 minutes from here, I would think. So Nashville SC on the ball, looking to find something late, and Matt Conker gets lazy, gets caught in possession. Nashville SC recovers, though, back on the ball. Jack Meyer looking to bring it up, looking for options, just walking it up the field. Alex Wheel comes back to receive. Back to, I'm just not going to do play-by-play. This is pointless. Nashville SC wins a corner late. Good little movement there. A couple little 1-2s between Mukhtar. Good switch by Alex Moyle to set that up on the right side. Corner kick late for Nashville SC. Can we salvage something out of this first half? You have to think this is probably just about the last action of the first half. Would be huge, huge to be able to steal a goal right here and really kind of shift or at least disable the momentum heading into halftime. Come on. Honning's going to give the delivery. Lofty ball. Walker. Ugh. Floater. Comes nothing. Easy take for the goalkeeper. Not enough power on the delivery from Honni. Finds Walker, does well, but ultimately just, you got to have more of a pace, a little bit more zip on that ball to be able to get something out of that. That was just decent to find Walker there, but you can't get much out of that cross with the kind of zip there. All right, that's halftime. 2-0, Red Bull New York. Not quite as encouraging, not quite as positive signs as what we saw last week. Obviously, being down 2-0, that's probably stupid and redundant to say, but we'll go into halftime. I'll take a little break. We'll come back live as soon as the second half takes over. So stay tuned. Probably about a 15-minute little break here, and we will be back because, there's still not anything happening in WWE. It's still on commercials. This is insane. Unless you want me to recap this Rivian commercial that's airing right now, which I don't think anybody does. So stay tuned. Hang tight. We'll be back after the halftime interval. All right, we're back live for the second half. We have made some changes here. I, vibe change. You gotta shake things up when things aren't going well for your team. So I switched over to the old school USL edition Nashville SC kit. Got the random. I was looking for another hat to wear, and the first one I saw that I was like, "This is the one. This is the one that's going to shake things up. It's going to get us back on top." Is the Publix Nashville SC bucket hat. Now I couldn't decide. It's reversible, so I couldn't decide. I'm bald. I couldn't decide the kind of like checkerboard and I see Publix logos everywhere, or just the one logo. But I'm going to go with this one because we're off to a good start. We got a pretty kick deep in Rebel territory, so I think I had it right the first time. We're going to keep with this for now. We'll see how this goes. Hani Mukhtar is going to be on the ball here. Jacques Mar looking at the back post. Hani with the delivery. Easily put away by Red Bull. Nashville Solana. Dan Lovitz puts it back into the mix. Walker cross into the box. And Red Bull New York is able to clear their lines. Decent start, though. That's kind of what you want to see. Nashville SC coming out, trying to get on the front foot, trying to make something happen early on. I think no changes for Nashville SC at halftime. New York, I believe the player who limped off right at the end of the half has been replaced. Can't remember his name. There, he just jumped up out of nowhere over there. Cat stuff is happening off camera. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, by the way, if you're tuning in for the Elimination Chamber coverage, they're in the middle of their unsanctioned match. Good match so far, kind of your standard WWE hardcore match. They're doing a lot of cool stuff. WWE's kind of treating it kind of differently than they've treated unsanctioned matches in the past. They're like, they've dimmed the lights or making it like kind of blacked out, darked out, lights out style match. The referee is not wearing a WWE referee uniform. It almost, he's got turned inside out. He's like wearing like a black shirt instead. It's kind of weird. I feel like these two guys are going to have a match at WrestleMania. It feels like that's what they'd be building towards, but you're doing the crazy, brutal, death-defying, kill each other match on this show to potentially build to like maybe just like a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. I don't know. We'll see what happens. The road to WrestleMania is always full of twists and turns. That's what they say in the biz, folks. So no changes at halftime, but like I said, kind of like midway through the half, I wonder if being down, being on the back foot, kind of trailing, forces BJ to make a move earlier than what we saw last week. I can see like a 55th minute, like Ahmad Kassam or Patrick Yazbek coming in, because Yazbek's a guy that's going to be in there, that's going to be a starter when he's like fully up to speed, fully up to fitness. So, I think you can get 25, 35, 40 minutes out of him, get as much as you can out of him. So I would expect Yazbek to be coming on relatively early because, like, once again, Meyer and Cochran, a few loose passes, a few mistakes here and there, nothing catastrophic, but at the same time, they haven't found the release valve, the line breaking passes that we're expecting our revamped midfield to give us with the new players we brought in. Oh, big foul from Walker, but that's a sign of life. I'll take that. He just ran up, just chucked Choupo-Moting in the back. But I like the sign of life. I like the aggression. I like the push. I like the press. I like going for it. I like trying to be on something, like being aggressive a little bit there. Because it's far enough up the field. It's not really like in a dangerous area. You're going to commit a foul there. You can survive it. It's kind of a weird deal where I guess it's like a budget thing or what the deal is, but like it doesn't seem like anybody on either team has like a fully long sleeve jersey. Anybody that's wearing long sleeves has a undershirt under. And this is a weird thing. I used to be a huge fan of long sleeve jerseys. Like I grew up with my favorite player. The reason I'm a Manchester United fan, David Beckham. And so I was always desperate, always wanted to be able to wear long sleeve jerseys because that was just his signature thing, was that he just wore long sleeve jerseys most of the time. Both these teams, and it could be an MLS thing. Like, is MLS, is Adidas not springing the budget to throw the few extra, long sleeve jerseys on the shelf for players if they want the long sleeve? Because everybody that's got long sleeves in this match, I think across the board, has undershirts, and it's kind of a weird look because like the Nashville SC undershirts, like when they go close up, you can kind of see the blue. This is really weird tangent, but when you're doing like a, full game live stream, following along with everything, and there's not stuff happening, you kind of got to find stuff to talk about. But like the Nashville SC blue that is under of the undershirts is a little different than the blue of the Heart of Nashville jerseys. And the Red Bull players, the ones that are wearing long sleeves, are wearing just black long sleeves underneath their red jersey, which looks like high school, like rec style. Like I'm almost positive, like the IFAB rules are the color of the undershirt has to match the color of the jersey. So I'm not sure like why they're wearing black shorts. So it's weird. Hey, Adidas, give us some MLS long sleeve strips. I'll tell you what, if I could buy a full long sleeve Heart of Nashville jersey, I will buy it. Adidas, if you're watching, that is my promise to you. Release the Heart of Nashville jersey with a full, actual long sleeve version, and I will buy it. Book it. Put it on the books. Ooh. Somebody in the Discord just posted, at least Cincy is getting smashed. Let's take a look around the league. Let's see what's going on around MLS. MLS. It's one thing I say this every season when I'm covering Nashville SC. I'm going to try to do a better job of like following all of MLS. I rarely ever do. I do a good job at the start of every season watching more matches, and then by like week 6, I'm only watching Nashville SC again. Oh. All right, live score updates from around the league. Columbus. Reports of their death may have been greatly exaggerated. They were up 1-0 on New England. Orlando up 2-0 on Toronto. Philadelphia, once again, another team, the exaggerations of the rumors of their death greatly exaggerated. 3-0. They are up on FC Cincinnati, perennial favorites to top the East. DC United up 1-0 on Chicago. Montreal and Minnesota 0-0. San Jose up 1-0 on Kansas City. And earlier today, Charlotte beat another team that I thought was going to be I think still has a chance to be one of the top teams in the East, Atlanta. Charlotte gets a 2-0 win. Wilfred Zaha, Manchester United legend, got his first goal of his MLS career. Salt Lake also already beat Seattle 2-0 today. We got Colorado and Dallas. My man, the Bearman of Texas. He'll be watching that and recapping that for his FC Dallas coverage coming up later on tonight. I'll keep an eye on that. When this match is over, I'll keep the old MLS season pass runner and watch that one. I guess we could get a Randy Orton return sometime because Kevin Owens still owed payback from Randy Orton, so he could kill Sami Zayn here, and then it could be Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton WrestleMania, or like Kevin Owens and a partner versus Sami Zayn and Randy Orton or something like that. We got Yazbak and Kassam stripped. Not stripped. I don't know why they say that. They are geared up. They're ready to come on. So we're getting, looks like a double substitution coming from Nashville SC here shortly. Hopefully that gives them a little spark. You know, it's going to be hard to see us really turning this up here, but like I said, I was kind of suspecting BJ might go to the bench a little bit earlier than he did last week. Two guys that I think we expect to be key players for us who have been out, you know, either working their way in. It'd be interesting to see who's coming off here. I would expect maybe Cochran for Yazbak. I guess Alex Moyle. Kassam for Alex Moyle. Yeah, it looks like. Oh, I'm wrong. It's Meyer. Yazbak's coming on for Meyer. Yazbak wearing number 8 this season. Great number. I would highly recommend anybody that's trying to decide what number they want to wear in the future. Look at number 8. Oh, it's both the center mids coming off. So it's Meyer, Cochran both come off. Yazbak's in. Kassam's in. I'm guessing that means either Eddie or Moyle is going to drop in a center mid with Yazbak. Good couple of showings for those guys. Cochran and Meyer. Can't hate on them too much. Today, not as good as their first match last week, but, you know, it does look like Eddie is in central midfield now. So, Tag Seth, Yazbak working the midfield. Oh, and we just gave it away. Don't play out of the back. You know, I grew up playing soccer where you had a stopper and a sweeper. You had two fullbacks that one fullback marked the other team. Each fullback marked a striker because every team played 4-4-2. That was how you played. That is so archaic and so ancient. But at the end of the day, like this, and I see it's happening in MLS, but I see it so much more in like the youth and high school level where it's like teams just feel like they have to play out of the back. You have to play out of the back. You can't just don't ever lump it long. Don't ever just play the long ball because everybody's gonna make fun of you. Everybody's gonna say, "All you do is kick it long. All you do is kick it long." Well, guess what? If you kick the ball long and win every game, yeah, back a yellow card within 2 minutes of being back on the pitch. In the Pharma Soccer, and I don't really know what he got a yellow card for, honestly. A little pullback there. The Pharma Soccer did like a big prop bet thing where you like had to bet a bunch of prop bets, decide, not really bet, but like, you know, just kind of say who you would bet for certain things. And one of them was first Nashville SC player to get a red card this season. I had bet Patrick Yazbak. That just felt too easy, but eesh. But yeah, there's an epidemic in soccer of teams who don't have the talent, don't have the ability to play the ball out of the back, just feeling like they have to, because that's what modern soccer is you play the ball out of the back. And just, if you can't do it, you're only going to kill yourself. You're only going to hurt yourself by trying to do it. Nashville SC almost got themselves killed just then trying to play out of the back. Good possession, good attacking from right now from Red Bull New York. I mean, Moteng just had the ball at the top of the box. I don't think he knew he could have turned and probably had a rip at goal. He passed it back. I think he didn't get a good shot from his teammates on that one. He had a golden looking opportunity to shoot and score, but turned it away. Sam just could not get a touch. This is Good spell to start the half from Nashville SC. Decent, possession, a few, nothing really came of it, but a couple bright looking moves forward. Weirdly enough, the subs, since we brought the subs on, it's been all Red Bull. Like, I don't know, it's like, not great. There's been a lot of questions about Maritime Messi, Jacob Schaffelberg, where he fits in because he's been out injured to start the season, where he'll come back into the team, because there's a lot of new faces, a lot of people kind of laying down, or making their claim to certain positions. But the new formation playing doesn't really fit his previous roles, his previous style of play. But I mean, just absolute burner and absolute just like pacey, wide player. It's probably what Nashville SC could use right now. Just somebody who could just completely give us a different dynamic than what we're trying to do. Because like what we're trying to do clearly is not working. The narrow, condense the field strategy, not effective today. So somebody that could like spread the field, get us some wide possession, and like run behind Red Bull's defense would be really great right now. But he's out injured, not available today still. And Kevin Owens just beat Sami Zayn, just absolutely brutalized, murdered him down the stretch of that match with just some violence, just some absolute murder violence. Oh, Kassam is in. Oh! No! Offside! No! Oh. You bastard. Brilliant from Kassam. Brilliant from Ahmad Kassam. Turns the corner, creates some space, puts it on a platter where it's either going to have to be an own goal or a tap in for Nashville SC. That was brilliant from him. Ruled out for offside. Initial replay does look like he was a step behind. Oh. But you see the promise there. You see the potential there. You see what we want there. You see what we need there. Just a step offside, unfortunately. Oh my God. I called it. Randy Orton is back. Kevin Owens was about to deliver the package pile driver on the concrete to Sami Zayn. And the voices have been heard. Randy Orton is returning. Good God, he's massive. You should not be as jacked and as huge. Like Randy Orton looks like Brock Lesnar now. It is kind of funny. It's like a long-term, internet wrestling nerd that Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, El Generico, Kevin Steen, whatever you want to say, is the setup match for a WrestleMania match between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Why? Sam got on the ball. Sam Surge got on the ball just then. Took it to the corner, waiting for people to come in, and just ultimately hit a heel flick to nobody that was pointless. And now Walker Zimmerman's getting a yellow card. It's going to be the hardest thing about being a striker. It's just like when you're isolated, when you're not getting the ball, you're not getting the touches, and you're just having to like, you can't find the rhythm of the game the same way the other players can. And it feels like that's happening really badly in this match to Sam. So he's just winging it, trying little heel flicks to nobody when there's nobody around him type stuff. But I think Randy Orton's going to punt Kevin Owens. When was the last time we saw the punt? He hears the voices. I don't know, last time we saw him punt a guy. The Canadian crowd is chanting punt. He's got a steel chair, too. He's debating, do I want to chair him? I think he's going to throw the chair to the side like he's going to be the nice guy that he's going to do the punt. Yeah. The crowd's like, oh, you were going to hit the chair. But no. Orton is huge. He is so big. He's doing the punt. Oh, security broke it up. What the hell? Security let Kevin Owens brutalize Sami Zayn for like the last 30 minutes. But they won't let Randy Orton do the punt. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Go on, lad. It looks like Orton and Owens at WrestleMania. Corner kick for Nashville SC. Come on, honey. Put a delivery on the box. Cleared out by Red Bull New York. Falls to Hani, but they rule him offside. I don't know how he was offsides when the clearance off his delivery was cleared by Red Bull New York. Feels like that's not offsides. If you hit a ball and a guy from the other team heads it back to you, you should not be offsides. But they ruled him offsides. What do I know? I'm only a referee. 70th minute, 20 minutes to go in standard time. Some signs of life from Nashville SC, but not a whole lot in terms of thinking we're going to be able to turn this tie around. My attempt to help the team by changing my wardrobe at halftime seems to have, at this point, not been effective. All right, I'm going to do a clock. We just left the camera. Orton just was posing. We're going to the first commercial. Let me start a clock. I want to see how long it is till we actually get back to in-ring action for WWE. Stopwatch. All right, started. Clocking it right now. Randy Orton was just going, and it's cut to a commercial for some upcoming live event dates for WWE. I will stop the clock when they're actually back to going back to the next match. So we'll see how long this takes. Up, Sam Surge breaks away from a tackle. He's in the box, chips it up. Kassan back post cleared by Eddie right to the face. Oh, you gotta stop that. That's a head injury. But he's letting us attack. He's doing the right thing, the ref. Oh, the player's up, so we're all good. Best looking attack from Nashville SC today. Sam into the box. Moyle. Oh. It's always Moyle. It's always Alex Moyle. Every time we get a good scoring opportunity, he's always the one who's on the end of it. And he heads it into the upper deck. Why is Sam Surridge, our striker, crossing the ball from the right wing into our winger, Alex Muil, to try to head it into the goal? Seems like a flawed system of attack there. Good moment. Great stretch there. Great little attacking moment from Nashville SC. Nothing to show for it. The Red Bull players having black sleeves, long sleeves under their red jerseys is really bugging me. I don't know why. It always bothered me so much, but he's driving me crazy. I don't like it. I hate it. I don't know if I necessarily like red sleeves better. Like MLS, give us long sleeve jerseys. It's a part of the football culture. Going all the way back to Georgie Best. So I'm on the ball. One more. Oh, what a move! Oh my days. Oh, it's too heavy of a pass. Oh, he just looked filthy right there. Boy's got to start. Put that man in starting lineup next match. I like this guy. Ahmad Kassam needs to start. Ahmad Kassam. Put him in the lineup. Put him on the squad. I'm actually jumping into the Discord. I'm going to tell everybody Kassam has to start. TKO announced the first ever TKO takeover presented by VJ, featuring 3 dynamic live sports and entertainment experiences over 5 days from the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City, Missouri. The DVR on Thursday, April 24th. UFC Fight Night Saturday, April 26th. And then Monday Night Raw on April 28th. The all-in-one ticket bundle is available Monday. Oh, come on, Danny. Come on, Danny. Oh! Go on, Kassam. Ah! Got a mixer into the box there. We're coming to life. We're getting some life here. Got some activity in the chat. Rough game, says Tornado Agar. Feels like the same team from last year, but it's too early to judge. Hey, I'm going to disagree with you there. Like, I'm usually on the same page with a lot of my chat people, but I think that we're down 2-0 because we were playing a little more open. We gave a little more space to Red Bull New York than we have in the past. We're not sitting on our heels. I mean, look what Ahmad Kassam's done the last 2 minutes since he's come on. He's been cooking people, cutting people open, trying to find a way through. The goals aren't coming. That's the one thing I will say. We have not found the way to get the goals yet. Sam is still isolated. He's still not getting enough support. That's a foul. There are similarities. But in terms of the way we're trying to play, we are trying to play more aggressively. We are trying to play more forward passing. We are definitely trying to be more aggressive going forward. So, the result hasn't happened yet. The end result, the final product, the goals haven't come, but we are trying to do things in a different way, I would say. I think that's a fair point to make. Here we go. Everything is running through Kassam now. It's amazing since he's come on. Just everything is running through him. Well, Bunbury's on. I didn't even realize Till Bunbury's on, which is, who'd he replace? You replace Muil? Yeah, it looks like Muil is off, so it must have been Bunbury. I mean, Yazbak has been all over the place. Kassam. You can see the hope. You know, you said want to see more attacking spark from Hani in the final third. I think you can see the idea, which now we're trying to get back. Good track back from Sam. Are we calling that a foul? That is not a foul. No, sir. No, sir. That was a great track back and tackle. You were a fool, my friend. But I think you can see the impetus. You can see the idea. You can see what we're trying to do. And I agree. I would agree. I want to see more from Hani. I mean, I just in front of him. Won the ball. What are you supposed to do there? Their throw, if it hadn't been a foul, but it shouldn't have been a foul. That's just a good challenge. It's good physical footy. Yeah. Yeah. Get him into the right place, ref. That's the least you can do after you made a bad call. I think now you see two players that I think we are counting on to be actual starters, actual like real pieces of the new Nashville SC puzzle. You're starting to see something. Yazbak came on. Sam came on. I think we're seeing a different look now. I think, it's still no goals. Ooh. That was scary from Red Bull right there, but still no goals, still haven't scored. But I mean, some point in time this will change. At some point in time we'll have to be like, this sucks. We don't ever score goals. But I think we can be encouraged by the attempt to make something happen. Good break, good layoff by Sam. Go on, Ahmad. Go on, Ahmad. Sir, take a dive. Just take a dive there. That's a penalty if you take a dive. And now we reset. I should have just taken a dive. Don't be too proud to dive. Let that be the lesson, the Uncle Mad lesson of the day. Don't dive. Don't dive. Don't take dives. Accept the fouls you're given. That's my advice to young soccer players or old soccer players, anybody watching this who might play the beautiful game. Don't be too proud to accept the fouls you're given. Because I think we had a chance at a penalty right there if Ahmad had decided to choose to receive that foul. But he opted to keep on his feet. Great header by Walker. His last 2 to 3 minutes has looked like what I wanted to see the entire game. Here we go. 10 minutes left to go. There's time. There's time to make something happen. There's time to fight back. There's time to get something out of this match. Keep it going. Keep attacking. Keep pressing. By the way, just a quick update. We are at 9 minutes without any wrestling content on the wrestling show that's also airing at the same time. So just if anybody's curious about that. Uh-oh. Let yourself open. Oh! Good save. No! Good save. No! Joe says no! Let's go! 2 massive saves from Joe Willis. That's why he's back there, lads. Let's go. Joe says no. Joe says no. Joe says no. Turning back the hands of time with every save. Giving us the chance, keeping us in the match. That's foul. Okay, they're just now introducing the competitors for the Elimination Chamber match, and it has been 10 minutes. 10 minutes and 20 seconds since the last match ended, so an eternity. Come on. Oh, I need a heart. Oh, somebody. Oh. Put it back in, Walker. Here we go. Come on. Go on, Sam. Great pick out by Joe. What a pass by Joe. Oh, Sam, you're not a dribbler. Oh, this has been a good spirit, good spot from Nashville SC. What a save by Joe. Double save. He had a double save. One, I think it looked like it went off his face borderline. Here we go. Sam, bring the ball to the pitch. Ugh. I think the biggest problem with Sam is he should be, we think he, just based on his build, his size, his look, his general way of being, should be like the traditional like target number 9. But he thinks he's like Messi. He wants to get on the ball. He wants to dribble. So he's either too isolated and never gets any possession, or when he does, he tries to get tricky and does too much. I think whenever Nashville SC, whenever the time comes where they make their next move for a striker, I think the smart thing that Cincinnati and Atlanta did, they didn't sign dudes who just had like good profiles, good, projections that you could say, well, if they come to MLS, maybe they'll score a bunch. Just like they went like, this dude scored like 50 goals in every league they've been in. Let's go sign that guy. Go sign somebody. Take the designated player contract that's going to open up from Walker next offseason and sign a guy who's scored 20 goals in whatever league around the world. Because I think goal scoring, just that natural instinct, that ability to score goals all the time, kind of translates. The people who score lots of goals always seem to continue to score lots of goals, despite whatever league, whatever competition level they move to. Oh, a little fancy footwork from old Danny Lovitz, and then he just plays it off a Red Bull new player for a throw-in. By the way, we're doing all the introductions for the men's Elimination Chamber people right now, so even though it was 10 minutes before these intros started, we're probably going to be at borderline 20 minutes before the match actually starts. Kassam around the corner. He has been electric since he's come on. Into the mixer. Teal. Honey. Get back. Oh, come on, Sam. Oh. He goes near post. Great save by New York Red Bulls goalkeeper. Golly Moses. We're on the wrong side now. Red Bull coming up in attack. We're odd man out. Moting. Oh, bad touch. All Nashville SC, all movement going forward. Great attacking moment. We have got to get a goal. Get a goal. Even if we don't tie this, even if we get two, I just want one. Give me one. Give me something to have enthusiasm for. Build me up. Give me a moment. Kassam. I mean, that Kassam. Oof. Oh, 3v2. Forsberg leaving the charge. Lays it off to the right. Ugh, Joe should have come for that. That was two plays right there. If anybody's watching with me right now, you saw two Nashville SC players who are too old to do what they used to do. Joe should have come for the ball right there, and he realized I can't quite get there. Dan put in a challenge right there where he would have got there at a certain point in his career, and he is not getting there now. Am I the only one who knows or acknowledges that CM Punk got hair plugs? Like I feel like nobody talks about it. Like it's so clearly obvious that he got hair plugs, and just it never comes up. Like I never see it on like Reddit or Twitter or any other stuff that he very clearly in the time he had between when he got fired by AEW and when he debuted with WWE, just very clearly got hair plugs, which is fine. I mean, like, hey, if the money was right, if I had the Dolores, I would definitely do it. But it's just funny; it's never come up. I never see anybody talk about it. It's like so blatantly obvious to me that he did it. I want a goal. I would like Nashville SC to get a goal before this match ends, but I definitely feel very positive about what we've seen so far since Yazbak and Kassam have come on, because I know those are two players that we are ideally looking at as being in the regular mix. You start John Cena's here. Hang on. We're going to change it up. Hustle, loyal, respect. John Cena, the final journey. Can he play for Nashville SC? Let's get him in the squad. Corner kick, Nashville SC. Eddie on the ball, delivery. Easy take for the keeper. Easy take for the keeper. And we are into the 90th minute. Looks like we will not be getting anything out of this match, but we can say the last 10 minutes, something to take from that. 4 minutes. 4 minutes to play. 4 minutes of added time that we will go through. Still would like to see a goal. Stupid as that sounds, a goal would make me feel a lot better, but I'm feeling pretty good about these last 10 minutes. Oh, geez. AR got drilled. How's that AR? Whoa. Let's get something. Let's try to find something out of this batch, boys. Come on. That was not. Oh, I think this AR on the near side has a vendetta against Nashville SC. That did not look to be all the way out of play for me. I do not like. I don't know his name. I think it's Schwartz or something like that. But I do not like Red Bull's coach. It's getting like he thinks he's jerking Klopp over there. Like I'm getting that vibe from him. Haven't heard him talk. Have no idea what he sounds like. Never heard him speak a language. Never heard him say a word. Just watch him on the sideline, the way his mannerism. That's just pulled him back about 50 times. That should be a yellow card. There we go. I feel like New York Red Bulls coach is like thinks he's Jurgen Klopp and he's not. Or maybe he is. Who knows? The future is what you make of it. Why? And this might not make any sense to anybody but me, but Teal looks like way slimmer, like way more like fit than he has at any point in time in Nashville SC career. Like I thought it was like a winger, like when he came out at first. Like he looked like a winger. I mean, maybe it's the jerseys. Maybe the jerseys are slimming. Maybe that's the secret of the Heart of Nashville kits is that they're slimming. Just had a free kick. Tags ass put it into the mixer, cleared away. No end result for Nashville SC. Goal kick. Last few seconds are taken away. We're going to lose this match 2-0. Wildly empty stadium for New York. Like they just show like a pan around. There's like nobody there. Does nobody go to these games? I mean, we feel bad when we only get like 23,000 people at Lake Geodis Park. They've got like 40 at this game. All right. One last free kick for Nashville SC. One last chance, and that's not going to happen. Ball game. Nashville SC lose 2-0 to New York Red Bulls. Hey, that's what I predicted. I should have predicted. I should have bet that. Should have put some financial money on that, but I did not. But I am a prognosticator. I called 2-0 New York. Ugh. That last 10 minutes, though, I think you saw, what we hope to see more from Nashville SC. Kassam was cooking people. Yazbak was really like running the midfield. Sucks. I hate that we have a draw and a loss start the season. I'm not going to be the dude who sits there and just be like, oh, it's all roses and flowers and everything's so great. Blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to tell you, when we have the players that we want on the pitch, I liked what I saw. And I know we have at least 2 to 3 more players that we are waiting to get into the pitch to really complete the real picture of what Nashville SC is supposed to be. The Brugman, Yazbak midfield, Sam, Eddie on the wings, Schaffelberg as that dangerous, pacey dude coming off the bench. There's some good stuff to come from this Nashville SC team, I still think. Would have liked if we'd had a goal. Would like to see somebody score a goal. Because, I think like the stat that's been running around a lot is that this team, to get what they want to get, needs to score 50 goals over the course of the season. And he scored 0 so far, so that's not good. But it is what it is. So I'm going to switch over. I'm going to drop off the Nashville SC feed. Elimination Chamber is about to start. We got Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre as the first 2 entrants. Everybody else waiting to come in. I'm going to jump over to MLS 360. We'll see what's going on for the rest of the evening on that one. React live to any other MLS craziness that happens there. But the main thing I'm talking about now is WWE, because this is the highlight. Am I crazy? Like, they just cut to New England, Columbus. There's like nobody at this game. At New England. I am dreading the day. I hope we never get to the day where our stadium, granted, New England's down a goal. I hope we never get to the point where like the Nashville SC Stadium, Geodis Park, looks like this for like an actual MLS match, like where there's like 10 people who randomly are in the stands. This is embarrassing. Oof. Final scores. Let's see what else is going. Philadelphia 4, Cincinnati 1. What a shocker there. Orlando 4, Toronto 2. Chicago and DC are tied at 1 at halftime. Columbus is up 1-0 right now. It's going into, has to be about done. Ref's got his whistle to his mouth. He's waiting for the chance. He's going to, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Columbus. What are the elimination chamber intervals? Like Rollins and Drew have just been wrestling for like 10 minutes. Nobody else has come in. Columbus holds on. 1-0 win for Columbus over New England. They traded everybody away. They lost all their best players. Columbus just keeps doing it. Amazing what a great coach can do. Like Wilfred Nancy. Like, how is like there's got to be a European team that's going to come in for him. Like, who was it? Southampton? Somebody like that was like knocking on the door trying to like get a piece of him. Somebody's got to come for him. Dax McCarthy on the board for the new MLS 360 post-game show. Who's going to be next? Who's coming into the Elimination Chamber next? Drew and Seth started it off. I think John Cena is going to be the last one to come in just because, like, he ain't going to Damian Priest. I think Cena comes in last. I think Cena, got to protect his movie deals, his movie persona, his deal. He ain't going to come in and, like, risk it. Oh, my days. I think Drew, Damian Priest is probably a WrestleMania match, so we're probably going to see something in that direction there. Who thinks winning this? Who do you think is winning the Elimination Chamber here? I think it's probably. I still think it's Cena. I think it's like weird to have him come back into this big like retirement tour, big send off without giving him at least one big huge match. Like they want to make him the GOAT. They always talk about him as the GOAT. Made him like they've literally called him the Babe Ruth of WWE. Like, how do you not like have him win one more world title? I guess he's got a long time till the next, the end of the year. He could win the other world title or one of the other world titles, something like that. But it's just like the Rock thing complicates everything. That's obviously going to be a huge thing. It'll be popped up tonight. Oh, we got middle Tennessee Power Road jumping in the chat. Rough night for the boys in blue. Yeah, I mean, like I had kind of said, I was 2-0 was kind of my prediction. Thought we looked good. Like the last 10 minutes, once we got the some of the players that I think are going to be the key players for us going on there, and we got the midfielders that were just kind of like promising future. Will Meyer, Mac, promising future, but not the players we're going to win a lot of games with at this point in time. So, like, once we got the good players on there, like, things started to look good. I'm not going to be negative on the team this early in the season. I'm not going to be down on the team, but, hopefully things will go back soon. Over under 4 games to score a goal. Next week, okay, so next week we play Portland. Portland comes to Nashville. They gave up like 1 million goals in their first game to Vancouver. I don't know if they played this week or not. I haven't seen their score yet this week or not. But like, if we don't score at home in the Barbie game against Portland, we got problems. I think goals are coming. I think they're coming sooner rather than later, especially because I think we're going to have more of a closer version of what our real starting lineup is going to be in this next game. I think Yazbak will be back in the starting lineup. Kassam maybe pushes either Mwil out or Mwil or Pagseth drops into midfield like they did today. I think you saw there's goals come from this team once those kind of players came in. So, yeah. But, yeah, if we don't score, it'll be a long season. Yeah, I will agree with you there. If we do not get goals against Portland, who has got cut to shreds so far this season, it's going to be bad. But I mean, like, that's what I'm trying to be positive at this point in the season. I'm trying not to just like dwell on the fact that we are still drawing 0-0, losing 2-0. I'm trying to look at the positives and say, like, when the players we brought in, the new players that came in, turned the corner. Yazbek. We controlled the game pretty much when he came in. When Kassam came in, he was cutting, New York shreds. We just could not get that final touch, that final precision, that final goal. So I'm hopeful. We'll see what happens. Yeah, but if it doesn't happen soon, we will start getting a little crazy. We will get a little crazy if it doesn't happen soon. But we're in the honeymoon phase. We're in the honeymoon phase right now. Feels like this is gonna be one of those elimination chamber matches where like everybody gets in before there's any eliminations. Because it's all gonna be building up to what's gonna happen at WrestleMania. So everybody's gotta have their spots, everybody's gotta do their thing. I do think Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre probably is happening at WrestleMania. Oh, right out of the gates. Colorado goal. Colorado 1, Dallas 0. Dallas's goalkeeper looks like Luka Doncic. Am I the only person who sees that? There is a bit of a thing to me, like I used to always like coach my high school players like this. Like sometimes you decide to make one too many passes. Sometimes you decide to like try too hard to get the perfect scoring opportunity, and like sometimes it's just like shoot. We don't know how good that goalkeeper is. We don't know how good that defense is. The goal I just saw from Colorado versus Vancouver, no FC Dallas, is literally just like a hey, give it a hit, give it your best shot, and see what happens. Type goal. John Cena's in the match. Oh, 5 moves of death right out of the gate. Here we go. Oh, he put an AA right over the way. Damian Priest. John Cena just wiped the floor with everybody with his old dumb moves. Oh, Drew McIntyre got eliminated by Damian Priest. Shock roll up, shock cradle, shock pin. He's going to probably beat up Damian Priest to cost Damian Priest. They're going to wrestle at WrestleMania, as I predicted. Which there was some interesting stuff that happened behind the scenes before this match happened, where randomly, like John Cena has been the betting favorite if you follow the offshore markets for this match for a long time. And then out of nowhere, oh, Damian Priest just got the Claymore kick as I expected. So that's going to set him up to be pinned. But randomly, a lot of bets apparently came in on Drew McIntyre, which to the point that they took it off the books, which made everybody think that it was like, oh, insider sources think that Drew McIntyre is winning the match. So they took it off the books. But obviously he's not, because he's literally the first person that eliminated. I still didn't see it. I think that's the best story you can tell out of this match, is Cena going to WrestleMania trying to win his record-breaking title, but I don't know how that plays into the whole thing that The Rock's brought into the table. Oh, big frog splash off the top. And Logan Paul eliminates Damian Pierce, who was already down from what Drew McIntyre did after the bell. The Rock coming into the mix complicates everything. It seemed like it was pretty obvious that it was going to be Cena versus Cody. You know, that was the story. But I mean, now it seems like The Rock is going to be like the new like Vince McMahon versus Cody, like the corporate versus hero type deal. Punk is in now. He's going toe to toe with Logan Paul. I think that's going to be another WrestleMania match. Is Logan Paul versus Punk. The only person I have to win this match other than Cena, it would be Punk, because Punk versus Cody, there's a lot of storylines and there's a lot of ways you can do that, but the Rock of it all is what makes this whole thing confusing. Excuse me. This is cool. We finally get the Punk Cena face to face legendary rivalry. Seth Rollins. Eddie Tag Seth match Nashville SC just announced again. I don't know how you decide that into an old draw. I would have given it to. I didn't give it to Abad Gassan. I mean, like, he was the dude who actually looked like was going to do something that actually looked like he might change the game for us. So, he played 20 minutes. So I don't know how much you can blame that, but he would have been my man in the match if you have to pick a Nashville SC player.
The timing, though, is somebody else. Wait till the opponents drop their jaw, and then hear this. And then they all over us. It's like the ball now. And out. CM Punk promising Paul was going to go to sleep. DDT action. Logan Paul has been eliminated. There was a chance Logan Paul was going to win the Elimination Chamber and head to WrestleMania. That's what Logan Paul does, but instead, exactly what CM Punk said was going to happen, happened. CM Punk out here burying the dreams of the Maverick.
Logan Paul eliminated. Will be interesting to see if he does anything. I still think it's like him versus Punk. We're down to 3. Cena, Rollins, Punk. We have this whole weird wrinkle of what's The Rock gonna do. Oh, we got a red card. San Jose is up 2-1, and their players got a red card. Who is that? I don't know if that's a red card. Not a red card for me. No. Bad challenge. Oh, it's second yellow. Second yellow. Okay, second yellow, 100%. 100% for Lopez. Second yellow for San Jose. Yeah, that's a red card. You know what? I had gotten to the point where I liked John Cena. Like he was like, I could appreciate him. But he overacts, he overemphasizes everything now that he's back, and I hate it. He's making me hate him. Don't make me hate you, John Cena. Be the peacemaker, John Cena.
This is a double tag. It's all right for Canada. Well, on the time right there, executed to perfection. Now we can get Canada. We told the world about the 2025 would be his retirement team. He returns to the city tonight with an opportunity to get back to WrestleMania. They perhaps win a 17 in record-setting world title. Let me say, I was with WrestleMania for 8 years. Show respect before the punches fly, and here we go. Punk and Cena. Proving such a factor for this company, many different ways over the past couple of decades.
Five moves to death. Here we go. Cena has his bald spot. Like you can't have that bald spot if you're John Cena. Like it's been going for a while now. What are you doing, John? How does John Cena have that bald spot? Like, why did he grow his hair back in? He's like been like a military buzz cut guy forever. Why did he grow? Oh, why did he grow back in when he can't? He's the most blatant bald spot ever.
No other way out than reversal for CM Punk. No way breaks. Nothing can help you. How badly do you want this WrestleMania main event point? If John Cena had a little bit of magic left, it's not going to time. It's what you tried to win this before sheer agony. But Punk worried his way out of that thing. And now to be able to cut the device. Punk under the device. Look at the top. Cena out there. Cena Punk to the other device locked in. What is Cena going to do? Now, Walter is still the foundation by John. Forces the break. So much at stake. Neither man willing to give any quarter. That was vintage Punk there. That swing different. Vintage Cena, vintage Punk. You're talking about perfection in here.
Punk and Cena probably need to have a conversation after this match about like the hair plug game. Like I assume Cena's been like having the balding issue for a while, but like the majority of his wrestling career, like he did not grow his hair long like he's doing it now. Like it's so much worse. Got like the front bangs and nothing in the back. It's wild. Like it's bad. He's got like the whole of his hair here is gone. It's crazy. Like a celebrity of his level being out there just like disregarding how bald he is insane. Like I'm not saying you got to get plugs. I'm not saying you got to get like the hair surgery or whatever, but like It is so bad. Once again, I'm right here with him. And if I had John Cena money, this would not be what I looked like. I guarantee you, I would not look like this if I had John Cena money.
Looking for a buckle bomb into the chamber. Oh, through the pond. Another bomb. Seth Rollins gets what he really wants. A little breathing room of an opportunity to start slaying some bodies. Yeah, the opportunity to get back at the man that he really wants to get his hands on later. Now, there's been two major moments in this match where Seth Rollins has allowed himself to get completely distracted by the presence of CM Punk. Now, he can really do some damage. But right now, he can turn his attention to your point, Rollins. With Cena out of the equation for now, Rollins can completely turn his obsession to CM Punk. A CM Punk heat. A mess in that one. Look out. Let's kick to the midsection. From the pedigree. Look up the GTS. Rollins breaking the eyes. Second by Rollins. Right in the middle of the ring. Cover now. Only down to two. No. Kick back up. Wow. Hats off to CM Punk. Showing the kind of durability that could well propel us to victory. He's been in an STF, he's taken an attitude adjustment, and now a pedigree, and somehow the dreams of Punk and his millions of fans on planet Earth live on perhaps by a thread, but yes, they're still alive. Seth freaking Rollins again turning his attention to the man that he hates more than anybody on this planet. CM Punk. Standing over top of the Punk. Honestly, CM Punk returned a year and a half ago. Rollins made it pretty plain and clear he didn't want Punk's heel. Never forget, Punk set up his company and about hit when he left. And now Rollins outside the ring. Looking in, CM Punk with a pedigree. Punk though able to backslap, step back into the ring. Yeah, that would have been over. Punk's cranium connected on that steel on the outside of the chamber with a pedigree. No one's kicking out of that. Punk realized they got out of that. And now, with the wind in his sails, looking about second one. And a set back to his feet. Rollins climbs the rope up top. Rollins down with the superplex up on his face. Punk was waiting for that from Seth freaking Rollins. And now CM Punk from up top. Oh, yeah. Look at the elbow. To Rollins. Punk may have hurt himself as well. Dream always rises to the top. Remember, Seth Rollins started this match. Cena and Punk entered 5 and 6. CM Punk looking to put Seth freaking Rollins to sleep like he did Logan Paul. Now looking up Rollins up for the GTS. Rollins though looking to slip out yet again. And he does. Rolls through. Punk shoulders are down. Stacks him up. Wait a minute. Rollins going to power Punk up. And delivering in position for the stop. Rollins into the cover. Punk for the win. And a took out that cover by Punk. And Rollins now is accepted.
This is exactly how I thought this match would go. We're going to have like a full-length CM Punk Seth Rollins match, and Cena's going to like steal in the last minute, like steal the pin. Just lay over there, John. The whole match. Catch your breath. You'll get to win the match at the end.
In the world carries some real weight once again in the year 2025. And I got a question to Seth Rollins here in a moment about his strategy. As Rollins now is heading up to the second rope, but he looking for a super stomp on CM Punk.
Oh, Minnesota scored. Cena back in.
CM Punk now. Rollins up. They're going to sleep.
Rollins eliminated off the double AA go to sleep finish. So CM Punk versus John Cena. Winner goes to WrestleMania. Well done. Well done, Triple H. I have no idea what The Rock's plans are that are going to screw this up, but you have steered us in the right direction to these two ultimate rivals, ultimate enemies, having a great moment right now. This is going to be awesome. Clap, clap, clap for WWE. They need to do the top collar double tie up where CM Punk goes, "Hey, John, this is where I went for the hair plugs." John Cena keeps going for a handshake. What is he doing? This is stupid. It's weird. I think Cena lost his place in the match because he asked for the handshake again. Went back to that again. That was weird.
Two Hall of Famers, one shot at WrestleMania. Cena trying to track Punk. Punk trying to fight out of this. Remember, Roadkill? Or any sort of chemical. He give you some relief, like Punk showed there. They give you some elaboration.
Seth Rollins did not leave the crate. John Cena wins. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. And The Rock somehow involved. Wow. Wow. Great stream, great time. I can't say that because Nashville SC lost, but enjoy your life. Enjoy your bagels.